In December 2008, Elon Musk stands at the epicenter of operational collapse. His third consecutive SpaceX rocket had exploded into the Pacific. Tesla was bleeding cash, and the global financial crisis had entirely frozen the capital market. Yet, when asked by the journalist if he was ready to quit, his calculus was absolute.
I don't ever give up. I mean, I'd have to be dead or completely incapacitated.
Fast forward to June 2026, the SpaceX IPO launched, instantly cementing him as the official dollar trillionaire.
Elon Musk is the world's first trillionaire.
Elon Musk became the world's first trillionaire.
Elon Musk has become the world's first trillionaire.
Elon Musk is the first trillionaire.
Elon Musk has become the world's first trillionaire
In the human history. How does a single sequence of strategic decisions turns a near bankruptcy into a $1 trillion empire? To decode the calculus behind these high-stake decisions, we must analyze his roots. Born into the wealthy Musk family in Pretoria, South Africa, his father Elon Musk was an electromechanical engineer and property developer with rental and emerald venture interests. Despite financial comfort, Musk's youth was defined by severe social isolation and intense school bullying. Escaping into software, he completely taught himself to code at age 12. At 18, he emigrated to Canada to avoid mandatory military services, eventually transferring to University of Pennsylvania to earn dual bachelor's degree in economics and physics. This specific intersection of capital allocation and physical laws would dictate his entire future corporate roadmap. In 1995, Musk enrolled in a PhD degree for material science, but dropped out just after 2 days to capitalize on the nascent dot-com boom. He co-founded Zip2, a web software company providing business directories to newspapers. When Compaq acquired Zip2 in 1999 for $307 million, Musk walked away with $22 billion in cash. Rather than diversifying or retiring, he immediately reallocated $12 million into his next high-risk execution bet, X.com. This online platform quickly merged with Confinity to become PayPal. In 2002, eBay acquired PayPal for $1.5 billion, netting Musk a massive liquid payout of $180 million. Had he stopped there to retire or transition into safe, passive investing, his legacy and net worth would have capped permanently. He would never have reached the historic height of his present empire. Instead, he treated this immense liquidity event not as a finish line but as a raw capital firepower needed to completely bypass the traditional venture capital constraints. Instead of passive investing, Musk deployed his $180 million directly into two asset-heavy, brutally complex industries, aerospace and electric vehicles. To understand his unfair economic advantage, we must break down the dual models of SpaceX and Tesla. Traditional aerospace relies entirely on expandable rockets, making space flights prohibitively expensive. SpaceX structurally disrupted the economics by inventing reusable first-stage booster architecture, slashing launch cost by over 70%. Its business model scales through high-margin commercial launches and recurring Starlite satellites internet connection subscriptions. Concurrently, Tesla bypassed traditional, costly dealership networks entirely, using direct-to-consumer digital scale and extreme vertical manufacturing integration to achieve industry-leading automotive margins. The foundational framework enabling this industrial breakthrough is the first principle thinking. Musk explicitly rejects the reasoning by analogy, the standard corporate practice of copying what others do with a minor, slight iteration. Instead, he boils a problem down to its most fundamental physical truth. When establishing SpaceX, industry experts told him rockets were far too expensive. He bypassed them entirely, calculating the raw material cost of carbon fiber, titanium, aerospace-grade aluminum, and copper. He discovered that the raw material costs were a mere 2% of a standard rocket's retail price. By manufacturing over 85% of the components internally through intense vertical integration, he disrupted a globally aerospace oligopoly. But optimizing a mental model does not guarantee immediate execution success. By late 2008, Musk faced systematic operational failure. The first 3 launch attempts of Falcon 1 rocket all crashed or exploded before reaching the orbit. Having personally poured $100 million in SpaceX and $70 million in Tesla, he was entirely out of personal capital. A fourth consecutive launch failure would have triggered immediate structural bankruptcy for both companies. Musk managed to assemble enough spare components for one final do-or-die launch. On September 28, 2008, Falcon 1 successfully achieved the orbit, securing a critical $1.8 billion of NASA contract weeks later. He survived the point of maximum vulnerability by refusing to hedge his bets. The defining lesson of this entire decode comes down to a singular operational truth. Whether you are tempted to stop after a massive early payout like PayPal, to retire on passive investing, or when facing back-to-back catastrophic failures, quitting permanently caps your ceiling. Most people stop when they achieve financial comfort or when they encounter severe friction. But the boundary between a standard liquidation event and a history-defining empire is simply one more iteration. If Musk had retired in 2002 or abandoned his architecture after the third consecutive rocket explosion in 2008, his legacy and net worth would have capped permanently. Instead, he treated both early wealth and immediate failure as a raw data for the next execution loop. As he rawly summarized his calculus, persistence is very important. You should not give up unless you are forced to give up. When you push past standard limits, your next attempt isn't just another try, it is the exact statistical pivot point that can scale you from a near bankruptcy into a $1 trillion empire. Behind every iconic product, every legendary company, and every breakthrough innovation is a story of a bold decision, painful failures, relentless execution, and defining moments. While the world celebrates the outcome, at Het Decodes, we go back to the beginning, decoding the thinking, the setback, the pivotal decision, and the relentless execution that turned an idea into something extraordinary. Because success isn't an event, it's a sequence of decisions. I'm Het, and this has been another Decode. If you enjoyed it, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.